These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them to avoid losing them next season.
Today, from
the rain is falling. How will that affect the passing game? We're about to find out here. This is the first drive of the contest. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
Play action. Now Wilson. What a catch there by Crowder. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Carter will try the right side. Bulldozes past him. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And down inside the 15 he goes. The numbers for Davis last week, 4 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And he's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Josh Adams. So this offense now on the edge of the red zone at the 20. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. Let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains, didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
They'll try to run for it with Carter. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Michael Carter, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a 13. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. They'll run with Carter. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make... So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the second quarter. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's 2nd down, and the defense needing to step up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. On 2nd down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. KJ. Now can this offense muster a late second quarter drive to break our tie? Let's see. They'll have to be pretty efficient with their time here. Watch the clock. Uncorks one for Davis. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. One of the good things about throwing it in his direction, he usually has the size advantage on those 2-man catches.
And what I like about his game is that he carries himself at his full height. He understands it's an advantage and uses it at every opportunity.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He'll buy some time right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Draymond Jones. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5. We drop you into the action here, neck and neck, tie game, 3rd quarter, 3rd down. Can this defense get the stop? On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of...
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. We drop you back in. Ball game tied. The defense with their backs against the wall. The football already in plus territory. Can they find a way to get the stop? 1st down, Bridgewater. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Wilson's throw taken in there by Crowder. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings,
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Von Miller in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock.
Now he's hit. Bridgewater loses the football. The Broncos in their hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Now it's Crowder. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching. Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The return man, Ty Johnson. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back. They'll start on the ground. Carter found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another tote for Carter. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
On first down, it's Carter. In on the stop there, Alexander Johnson, the Broncos' leading tackler last year.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
As is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And that changes. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well.